Thank you for tuning in to the Guy Dawson Show at the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com, and I've been speaking with Lori Wilmot. She is with Spirit Therapies. It is a nonprofit organization that is helping a lot of people with some of my favorite animals on the planet, which are horses.
Yeah.
And you've been running your organization for how many years?
Since 2002 officially was the nonprofit. I've been doing this kind of work for about 17 years. I was a volunteer for another nonprofit for about 4 years prior to Spirit Therapies opening up. So when it opened, it was with one horse and one child and myself. A client from the previous place called me up and said, please, can you start something up again, Lori, because we really need it. So, and actually 2000 is when I kind of launched it, but we didn't get our nonprofit till 2002.
And you are completely volunteer driven.
Pretty much, 99%. We have some paid staff, the instructors, of course, and my volunteer coordinator gets paid. So, but not a lot of money go out. They don't get paid what they're worth, but definitely it's 99. Everybody that's come through the doors has started as a volunteer, myself included.
So, how about the doctors for the horse? They could be expensive. Some doctor volunteer.
The veterinarians. The veterinarians, yes, we do veterinarian care twice a year for the main shots, and yes, it's very expensive. I do have a veterinarian that it does quite a bit of a discount for us. I cannot tell her not to. She has to pay for the drugs and things like that. But she gives us a big discount, and you'll hear the Hears name again. That's Dr. Hears, and she is an awesome. Roshan Hears comes to our ranch twice a year usually, and gives our horses their checkups and their shots for spring and fall. And then also we have Ray that does the dentistry work. So did you know horses have to have their teeth done?
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So once
about it.
So in the wild. The horses pick up bark and things like that kind of might, grind their teeth a little bit. Where horses that are captive, they don't have that. So we have once a year, we have actually equine dentistry that comes out with Roshan, and they have to use a Dremel. Do you guys know what a Dremel is?
No.
Okay. Ever woodwork? Ever do woodwork? The little thing that kind of curves in stuff you can put your name in.
Oh, right.
Okay, so almost like the nail people, you do your nails, they kind of have that little Dremel that kind of follow your nails. Well, it's a big Dremel that goes in the horse's mouth, but it's also, ever have a root canal?
Yes.
Do you remember that big contraption they had to hold your mouth open?
Yeah.
So we have to do that with the horses. We have to sedate them. They're standing up, and they have this big contraption, and you can look right into their mouth. I think I have pictures on my website about equine dentistry, but once a year they have to have it because they get horses chew like this. They grind their food, and it has to be ground down to digest. So that they can't. They're up like us. They can't recuperate. So if anything gets stuck, then we're in trouble. So if their teeth are, pokey, they're going to hurt their gums. We put a bit in their mouth. It hurts their mouth. So once a year, Roshan comes out, and we have the dentistry come in. They do their dentistry work. It's really kind of cool to watch. And I've seen extractions. I've had horses. My old horse last year had to have a tooth extracted, and their teeth are like pretty big.
Oh yeah, horses have huge teeth.
Yeah. So something you learned today. Yeah, so that's one of the expenses. Yes, it's very expensive. And then if I knock on wood, when horses get sick or
how about the
colic,
yeah.
It's called colic. 99% of horses die from colic. And here in Las Vegas, the number one thing is sand. Because what do they live on? They live in the sand because we're in the desert. So to prevent that, I feed my horses with hay bags. So they have to eat through the hay bag, and they also have a black mat where the hay falls. Prevents a lot of sand going into their belly. A horse's intestines are like a harp, and everything has to go up and down. So if sand gets trapped way down here, it can cause them stones, and it can cause them colic, and they get really sick, and they have to, the veterinarian. That's about a $500 bill for them just to come out and check on them and give them some stuff, fluids and things like that. I've had 5 horses that I've had to put down. Couple from old age, and one from wrong feed and things like that. That's number one thing too, that as an owner of a nonprofit and a facility, you have to know what you feed your horses and things like that. So sometimes people come and I want to give your horse a carrot. Well, I say no, because I regimate what they eat every day. You know, it's just like us. If we start eating tons of sugar, what happens? We just start blowing up. So I have to tell everybody carrots have a lot of sugar in them, and if I have a horse that is pre-diabetic, it can make them sick. So that's what happens. So we don't hand feed our horses, things like that. But
So they're just like us.
Oh, yeah,
Watch what they eat, not too much sugar. They may have diabetes.
yeah, years ago, remember, as a kid, we used to give our horses sugar cubes, and we never thought anything about it. But now they say that's the worst thing you can do for a horse. So
Yeah, that used to be the big thing. Give a horse sugar cubes. And
yeah.
that doesn't
Oh,
seem
wow.
that it's not
I know,
healthy for
that's-
us, so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be healthy for them
Yeah,
either.
carrots
yeah.
much better sound. Even then, you said it's too much sugar.
Yeah,
for
you just
them.
have to limit. You know, do we give them treats every once in a while? Like, of course we do. You know, they do a lot of work for us. Our horses are our therapists, and they do a lot of work. You just have to realize that they, have kids that are unstable sometimes on them, unbalanced, so they have to carry them. You know, if I'm riding or you're riding, we're balanced. It's not so hard on their back. So we do have a chiropractor that comes too, things like that, and different things that we do with the horses to stretch them so they don't get all blocked up. So it's a lot of things to know. A lot of things to know.
I have one more silly question for you.
Yeah, nothing's
No
a
such thing as a silly question.
Never, ever,
Yeah.
never. Not with
Do you-
horses.
Do you believe previous life or future lives? Because when you talk about it, horses are grinding their teeth. It helped me realize that I grinding my teeth. Maybe my previous life is a horse.
I don't know
I
about
grind
that.
my teeth too.
I'm not sure.
The dentist told
You
me
really
that
think
my teeth.
that is?
I guess so. My previous
Maybe,
life
I guess
was
it's
a
possible,
horse.
huh?
Yeah, could have been a
I
horse.
said,
Who
yeah,
knows?
very beautiful animal. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, if you love horses, you really will want to
No.
take the opportunity to come. I mean, just the whole environment and the kids and the vets, and it's a magical place. And one more time, will you make an announcement about your event that's coming up and ask for volunteers? Tell
Yes,
us more about your organization.
The Taste of Spirit, October 15th, South Point Casino, Grand Ballroom. Starts at 4:30, run until about 10 o'clock. It's our number one fundraiser. Tickets are online on our website, www.spirittherapies.org. And you're going to go to special events on our front page and click on it, and you can get your tickets there. If you buy a table, you save a few dollars. So get 10 people or 9 people with you and come and have a fun time. And everything that we get that night goes back into the program. 10% goes to our riding program, 10% goes to our veterans program, and the rest goes for our horses and their feed, because they are expensive. They're not just a blow-up ball or a blow-up horse. They have to eat. So that's number one why we do the fundraising, because we have to keep our horses healthy. I'm not sure.
And go to spirittherapies.org
Yep.
for more information
Yep.
if you want to be a volunteer.
Oh, volunteering. That's what I'm sorry. I just kind of went blank, the blonde hair today. That sometimes happens. Well, it's happened. Well, you got to have, you got to joke about yourself sometimes. Volunteers. I have, the best volunteers ever. I am so blessed with people coming through my doors, and, a guy can even attest. He's been there when I got worker bees, man. I'm people cleaning, horse poop, brushing the horses, taking care of stuff, taking care of my cats, my dogs, chickens. I got kids that come out that are just totally amazing. I want to pat them. I told one yesterday. She's 14, and I said, "Come over here and sit with me." And she says, "What?" I said, "I just."
All right, really quick, Lori, because
Yeah.
the show's almost over.
I just want to tell you I love you. And she just couldn't believe that I would say that to her, for all her help. So come and volunteer. Come have a fun time. Come to our event. Meet me if you want to, and come brush a horse.
Thank you
Thank
again
you,
so much for
Lori.
coming by, Lori. It's always
Thank you
a
so much
pleasure.
for
And
Thank you.
support Spirit Therapies. Thank you, Kwan, for being a part of this week's show.
My pleasure. Learn
Yes.
so much. Yeah, definitely you should coming back on the
You need to
Guy
come out.
Dawson
Yeah,
show.
definitely.
And tune in to the Guy Dawson Show next week for Laughs and Lovely Ladies. See you then.
What?